It's time for this year's Big Garden Birdwatch. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Big Garden Birdwatch is probably the largest wildlife survey in the world, with regularly 500,000 people taking part. Now, it started back in 1979, so with over 40 years of data, it has given vital information about the state of our wildlife. Now, over the course of the 40 years that it's been going, the data has highlighted declines in species such as starlings, song thrushes and house sparrows, but it's also shown some encouraging increases in long-tailed tits and great tits. To take part, all you have to do is count the birds in your garden for 1 hour. Now, the hour that you choose is up to you, but it needs to be on one of the days that the survey is running. In 2021, it is between the 29th and 31st of January. If you're watching this at some point in the future, I'll put a link to the RSPB website below, and you can check out the exact timings for the survey there. Only count the birds that actually land. Ignore all the birds in flight. Only count the most birds you see at one time of the same species. That's so that we don't double count the same birds coming back and back again and again. If you don't have a garden, you can watch an area of green space or courtyard or something like that from your window or balcony. On most years, you could also go to a green space or a park. But since we're in lockdown this year, RSPB is advising that you do the survey from your house and ideally using a window or a balcony or something like that. After you finish your survey, be sure to send in your results to the RSPB. And you can send them in by post or online. I'll put a link below so you can check out more details and exactly where to get the results in. Be sure to send in the results of your garden bird survey, even if you don't count any birds in your garden. A no result is just as important as loads of activity in your garden. You can also make notes on other wildlife that come to your garden. I'm really hoping for some red squirrels in my garden, and I got a feeder for them just back here. If you can take part in this year's survey, join us here now as we're going to start our survey and we'll see what we get. That is it for the Big Garden Birdwatch 2021, and we got a good few species. This has definitely been the most amount of species and numbers I've ever gotten on the Garden Birdwatch before. I'm not even that bothered, they're still feeding behind me just now. So anyways, this is what we got. We got 1 nuthatch, 1 cold tit, we got 8 chaffinches, and 4 great tits, 3 blue tits, 2 blackbirds, 3 robins, and a dunnock. We also got a red squirrel on the feeder here. We had some other stuff going on. We had a great spotted woodpecker in the tree behind here. We heard a jay also back there. But obviously we're not going to record them because they're a little bit outside our survey area. We also had 2 red squirrels at the same time right after the survey ended. But again, that's outside the survey time, so we're not going to record that. If you weren't able to participate this year, maybe you can next year. So go check it out in 2022. If you're new to the channel, my name is Espen. This channel is all about nature and wildlife photography. If you want to see more of these kind of videos, then hit subscribe. Be sure to click the bell to be notified of new videos, and I'll see you next week.